Earlier, we talked about financial anxiety. We talked about the fear that many of us feel when money becomes stressful. Bakit tayo natatakot? Right? Now, let's talk about something that often happens because of that fear. So, yun yung paliwanag kung bakit nararamdaman natin ito. And that is called the ostrich effect. Have you seen an ostrich? Are you familiar with ostrich? Have you seen how they behave? Well, for me, I never actually, well, I have seen ostrich for sure in the zoos, but I never really observe like their usual behavior. But I know that if there's a danger, they hide their head. Yes, yeah, that's true. Okay. So since we have seen it, it's now about the behavior of the ostrich where they coined this term. So the ostrich effect, it is a psychological tendency where people avoid looking at information that makes them uncomfortable. So that's how the behavior of human is mimicking the behavior of an ostrich. Many people believe that ostriches bury their heads in the sand when danger comes. Whether that's literally true or not, the idea is something many of us can relate to. When something feels scary, sometimes our first instinct is to pretend that isn't there. Patay mali siya na lang tayo, nagwawalang bahala na lang tayo. And we do this in many areas of our life. Like several examples would be, we avoid medical checkups because we're afraid of bad news. Natatakot tayo sa malalaman natin, kaya wag na lang tayo magpa-check up. Kahit na may free APE man yan. May mga nararamdaman na tayo pero sige pa din. We're still, into self-healing and we don't want to know our numbers. We ignore difficult conversations because we don't want conflict. So iniiwasan na lang nating makipag-usap kasi ayaw natin ng gulo. And then we postpone important decisions because we're afraid of making the wrong choice. So wrong choices. So dahil natatakot kang mali yung maging decision mo sa buhay at makasisihin ka sa huli, edi wag ka na lang magdesisyon para sa buhay mo. So, when it comes to money, many of us avoid checking our bank accounts, ignore our bills, delay opening emails, or even tell ourselves, I'll deal with it next week. The problem is, avoiding a problem doesn't make it smaller. It usually makes it bigger. Imagine discovering a small leak in your roof. So kapag may butas daw yung bubong mo, right? Ano yung usually na gagawin mo? Of course, you have to put it into repair. So, if may butas yung bubong mo, if you repair it today, the cost might be manageable. Kailangan mo lang ng pantapal, hindi mo pa kailangang i-replace yung bubong mo. Kasi nga, butas lang naman yung nakikita mo, right? So, it's more manageable. But if you ignore it for months, that small leak can become a damaged ceiling, a ruined furniture, a mold, or even a much bigger repair bill. Baka nga renovation yung kailangan, which is again another gastos, right? Financial problems often work the same way. And I've experienced this myself. There were moments when I delayed checking my finances because I was afraid of what I'd see. For a few hours, maybe even a few days, avoiding it made me feel temporarily better. But the bills didn't disappear. Hindi naman sila nawala. Nandyan lang sila. The debt did not shrink. Hindi bumababa yung utang ko, right? And most especially, and most importantly, the feeling that I have, the anxiety that I have, it did not leave me at all. In fact, lumala siya, right? Kaya nga nagkakaroon ng minsan mental issues or depression yung mga tao, lalo na pagdating sa finances. And maybe you're experiencing something similar. Maybe you've delayed checking your bank balance. Maybe you've delayed checking your digital wallets or wallets. Maybe you've ignored a payment reminder. Maybe you've avoided creating a budget because you thought, I already know it's bad. So, if that's you, you are not alone. And more importantly, you're not beyond change. Kaya mo pang magbago. So here's something I've learned. Our brains often confuse avoidance with relief. When we avoid something stressful, we feel temporary relief. But temporary relief is not the same as solving the problem. Yung panandalian, nakagaanan na nararamdaman mo, or kaginawaan na nararamdaman mo dahil hindi mo hinarap yung problema, ay hindi nasosolve yung problem na meron ka. Hindi nito nalulutas yung problema mo. It's like pressing the snooze button. The alarm stops for a few minutes, but eventually, it rings again. That is why awareness is so powerful. The moment you look at your financial situation, honestly, even if the numbers aren't what you hoped, kahit na hindi yun yung inaasahan mong makita, you have already taken back a little control. Because you can only improve what you're willing to face. Again, as I mentioned, kaya mong lang baguhin yung bagay na kaya mong harapin at malinaw sa'yo. In my work as a Six Sigma consultant, we never improve a process by guessing. We start by gathering facts. We understand the current state. Only then we build solutions. So hindi kami nag-guess. Ang ginagawa namin ay kumukuha kami ng data. We gather data. Ano ba talaga yung nangyari? And we understand kung ano yung sitwasyon. Right? Only then, pagkatapos namin malaman lahat ng yun, then saka na kami magpo-propose ng recommendation or solution. And our financial lives deserve the same approach. Not fear, hindi takot, hindi avoidance, no? And also just honest observation. Because clarity is the foundation of every meaningful improvement. So today, I'm not asking you to solve all your financial problems. I'm simply inviting you to stop running from them. Huwag mong takbuhan. One honest look at your finances can become the beginning of a completely different future. So, let's reflect on that for a moment. Huwag mong takbuhan yung mga problema mo pagdating sa pera. all you have to do is to be honest with yourself, and you just need clarity. Alright, so as we reflect together for a moment, again, you don't have to share the numbers, just your experience. So the first question is, have you ever delayed checking your bank account or opening a bill because you were afraid of what you might see? Naranasan mo na bang iwasang tignan ang bank account o bill mo dahil natatakot ka sa makikita mo? I think it's similar to what we have discussed earlier. But since we're changing the perspective, do you have a different answer right now in that question? So if you can, comment. And then the question 2 is, what finance? Yes, sometimes, dinedelay. Talagang ayaw ng tingnan. Yes, see? Yeah, ayaw mo na talagang tingnan kasi alam mo naman na yun. Alam mo na yung makikita mo. So usually that's our behavior. What financial? I do check my bank every day. Wow! So, Ate Mai, I admire you for doing that. You're very courageous about it. And yeah, I mean, we should not be fearful about it. So that's good. So question number 2, what financial task have you been postponing that you know you need to face? Ano ang isang financial task na matagal mo nang ipinagpapaliban kahit alam mong kailangan mo itong gawin? Pagbabudget ba? Pag-iipon? What financial task are you postponing? Yung sinasabihan mo na, next week na lang, bukas na lang, mamaya na, saka na. Yung mga ganong klaseng rason. Mag-allot ng certain percentage for diff funds. Sorry, friend. Ano yung diff funds? Credit cards that are due for reconstruction. Sorry, typo ulit. Oh, certain percentage for different funds. Okay. Okay. So, related sa budgeting ito. And then for Ate Mai, credit cards that are due for reconstruction. Oh, okay. So, credit card bills. Maybe we have a different topic about financial instruments later on and how we can utilize that. Because there are different schools of thought around how we can use these vehicles. Are they good debts, bad debts? Can we reuse one credit card over the other? Right? So those types. So yeah, that could also be, discussed later on in detail. Okay. So, in question number 3, what's one small step you can take this week to replace avoidance with awareness? Ano yung isang maliit na hakbang na maaari mong gawin ngayong linggo para mapalitan para maging aware ka rather than avoid or umiwas ka para harapin mo yung problema mo? Ano yung one step na kailangan gawin mo this week? I take down notes of my obligations. Avoid unnecessary purchases. Yes, that's true. I take down notes of my obligations. So that's true. I mean, when you take down your obligations, that also gives you clarity. And then avoid unnecessary purchases. That's also a nice habit. Mag-control. Know what I want versus what I need. That is so true. Yeah, so there are no right or wrong answers naman. But yeah, well, I hope that you take that in mind, and you try that with small habit. But alongside with those habits that you're trying to change, in the next chapter, I will take you through the answer for us to completely ignore avoidance, right? Kasi nga, so if avoidance isn't the answer, then what is that? How do we move from fear to clarity? Paano tayo mag-move from our takot to kalinawan para malinaw ang lahat? Without feeling overwhelmed, yung hindi natin naiisip yung mga bagay-bagay na pwede pang magpalala sa sitwasyon natin. I'd like to share the simple practice that has helped me begin rebuilding my own financial life. It doesn't take hours. It doesn't require complicated spreadsheets. It starts with just 15 minutes. And I call it the Abundance 15-minute financial reset. So in the next chapter, we will deep dive on that. So let's do it together.